Canoeing, canoe camping.
Nice.
Camping.
Yes, camping.
I dream of having a wood shop one day.
Mary has one, so if you move in.
See, when you move in my guest room, you can use my shop too.
Ooh, don't tempt me.
But you have to bring your own car.
That's pretty cool.
I do have a car. Unless it got stolen again.
Again?
Again?
Yes, again. Well, here's a question. If the keys are left in it, is it actually stolen?
It
Depends who
is.
took it, I guess.
It is.
The question then becomes, why would you leave your keys in the car?
But that was my brother.
Oh.
I was away for 3 months, and a week before I got back, my car was stolen.
Oh.
Well, I got it back 4 weeks later.
Oh.
Oh, that's good.
Were all the parts there?
All the parts were there. I had a little wooden bowl with all my change in it. They took all the silver, they took the wooden bowl, and they left 4 hypodermic syringes and a dirty tournament.
Oh no. That's for the car is forever unclean.
Moving on.
Yeah, changing subject.
I really like hiking.
I would never
Thanks,
sleep in
Georgia.
that car.
Swimming.
Beep, beep,
Yeah.
beep, beep, beep. I should have reacted
Oh,
before.
swimming, yeah. I don't think I said swimming, and camping is a good one too.
Yeah.
Swimming and camping are great.
Yeah.
I love camping too. I go camping every time I can when I'm not doing pottery and dancing. Sorry, Georgia, you were saying?
What about you, Becca? Hobbies?
I like playing soccer. What? No, not again. Soccer and percussion.
Oh, you could start
Soccer
a
and what?
band.
Percussion, drums.
Oh,
Look at
nice.
that.
We could have a band.
You can have a band here.
4-to-8 watch band.
That's
Who else
awesome.
plays something?
Oh, I play violin.
Yeah, I
She
got
plays
that.
I play
percussion.
dulcimer.
We have a
Oh,
violin.
we
we
need
have
percussion. Yeah, that's awesome.
guitars,
Do you have the
we have a
violin? Do you ever bring it out here?
No.
I can sing. We have a band here.
I used to bring my
It's just
dulcimer all
Miles
the
and I
time.
will just watch.
2 years ago, we actually had a band made out of a bunch of equipment
Oh, yeah.
on board.
Those things that the XBTs.
Yep.
Oh,
We
that's
had
awesome.
drums and some woodwinds and
We had a stringed instrument.
yes.
I'm not sure what you would call it, but it had strings on it.
And we played it every time we did plankton toes behind the ship.
Yeah, that was fun.
Okay.
They might still be on here somewhere.
Maybe.
You think Ethan left them here? Ethan made them.
That's so cool.
I think the good ones have been returned, and the rest have been.
Rehomed.
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome.
The instruments are still in the studio.
Georgia, what were your hobbies?
Hiking. So we do a lot of hiking and outdoor stuff in American Samoa. So there's a lot of hidden beaches that pretty much
nice.
always have no one else on them. So we hike to those and swim and snorkel and dive.
That's so cool.
Yeah, lots of outdoor stuff. And
Can I move with you guys?
I have to come back here.
Yeah, there's a lot to do if you like the outdoors. So
I love the outdoors.
yeah,
I'm an outdoors
very
person.
beautiful. And yeah, people do a lot of camping. And yeah, live right on the beach, so I swim most days. Yeah, we're spoiled.
Nice. Yeah, the place you took us that afternoon was so beautiful.
Coconut Point. I'll do a
Coconut
little
Point.
shout out to Coconut Point.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, we have a couple of questions from our audience.
Oh dear.
And they insisted. Is a hot dog a sandwich? Why or why not?
How are we back to this?
How do we
Back
come
to
back
that
to that one?
Because it's asking it so many times that I guess I should just acknowledge that, right?
I'm going to go with Miles from earlier that it is not a sandwich.
It's not a sandwich. And why?
It's It's not a sandwich.
This is not the appropriate, like, it's not the appropriate bread for it.
It's barely meat.
It's, yeah, I was going to say, it barely qualifies as food. I'm not going to sully the sandwich category with the likes of that.
Alrighty then.
Oh, and actually, you know who is
I
asking
think
this?
that solves that question.
Yeah.
Perfect.
What's next?
We have the question. Next question. If peanut butter couldn't be called peanut butter anymore, what do you think it should be called instead?
I hate peanut butter. This is a
Okay.
great topic.
Really? It should be peanut
Hate it.
paste.
So I'm probably not going to answer this question.
You hate peanut butter?
I hate it.
How
I,
do you hate
you know,
peanut
like,
butter? That's
I know.
Do you know some people
Um,
make like, you can get hamburgers with like peanut butter and pickles on them. You probably
Oh
really wouldn't like that.
no, I'm
you
shuddering.
know,
back here.
Georgia, considering that 50% of our viewers right now are from the United States,
know.
maybe we should change
Yeah.
subject.
Yeah,
I had
it's a
peanut butter
very
sandwich for
touchy
lunch.
subject. I
My
appreciate
former
that, but
boss
I.
could not even look at peanut butter.
Oh,
Really?
okay.
Yeah.
W-
Like
well, I should-
if it showed up in his house, he would throw it away,
Yeah.
regardless if it was full or not.
Who would do that?
My former boss.
Okay,
Oh.
well, I should talk to them.
Is this person American?
Yes.
I mean, like,
Wow, that's.
U.S. citizen?
Yes.
Okay.
But yes, not a fan.
I never got to the bottom of what traumatizing event led him to that, but
Yeah, it usually is an event. Mine was also an event,
On a band?
Yeah.
Yeah.
but ugh.
No.
Moving
Okay.
on. Moving on.
Moving on. uh, what mythical creature would improve the world most if it existed? Oh.
Mermaids.
Mermaids.
Oh, mermaids. Yeah.
Mermaids. Or a kraken that could
What
swallow.
is it? A mythical
that
creature or what?
Yeah, a mythical creature that could improve the world most if it existed.
I don't know.
unicorns for sustainable ivory trade.
Right, that's a good point. Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna vote for the kraken. Plastic eating kraken, perhaps that would help.
It's a good answer.
Okay, so which body part do you wish you could detach and why? And this is, by the way, this is Peyton. Hi, Peyton.
Oh.
You're sweet. What body
Yeah.
part
Stefano.
do I wish I could detach?
Is said buddy part still alive and reattachable?
Yeah, that's a good question. I was going to ask the
I
same.
assume that was the idea, that you could.
You can detach it, use it outside of your body, and then put it back again.
Yeah.
I would do an arm. Yeah, you can throw your arm, do stuff, and then bring it back.
I would do my head, and you're basically invincible.
That's true.
Oh,
Disposable bodies.
yeah. And you can roll over, different places. Keep rolling. And if you're bored, you could detach your head and play soccer
With your arm.
with your
Get
own
some
head.
concussions, I think.
Yeah.
Remember, we're not like this all the time. This is just some questions that we've been receiving from our audience. And
We call these blue water watches.
Exactly, the blue water watch, while we retrieve Argus and Hercules from the bottom.
Are people still tuning in, Valeria?
I'm a little worried about the ones that tune in for the first time. They might be surprised.
How many kinds of corals have we found on this one?
On this watch? We saw a couple, right?
Not on this watch, but I mean on this series of dives.
Quite
That's
a
good
bit.
question.
Well, Becca and I were saying that this was a fairly low density area, but the diversity was pretty good. It's pretty interesting.
Yeah, we have the mushroom one, the pencil one.
Yep, the whip coral. We had like the pink branching one. Sorry for everyone for not having more scientific names. We're usually trying to get a better idea once they're up in the ship and we can examine them closer and can see the polyp structure and everything. So for now we're going to be using very general descriptions. But yeah, like a pink branching one, the beautiful light purple one with like larger polyps.
Beautiful.
Did you collect those? Did we collect those?
No, we did not.
No, we were thinking about it, but then we've had to come up with it.
Yeah, we only saw 2 specimens. So.
Yeah.
We have a question about when we retrieve the samples. Do we measure anything about radioactivity? I don't think so, right?
No.
No, we don't do that.
I imagine for some of the geological samples, if you wanted to measure radioactive isotopes in those, there would be a way, but that's not anything that we have the equipment to do on board currently.
And we do leave the lab camera on after we recover. So you can actually watch the scientists unload the samples that they got on online.
Yep. Yeah, and for the ones that just came back, we had to retrieve the vehicles because it was too windy. And we had to make that decision. Peyton is insisting in what would we call peanut butter if it wasn't called peanut butter. And Mike said paste, peanut butter paste. I would say...
Is this for his research?
Are you doing something special with this, Peyton? Do you want us to think about this? I don't know. Peanut butter. Peanut spread. I'm sorry, I'm not being very creative here. Some microphones in the wet lab. We don't have those.
Actually we do.
Oh, we can turn them on then?
No, normally we do not stream
do
audio. We do have, we have a communications box, so if people need to talk to other people in the control van or other parts of the ship while they're in there, we can do that. And we can also hear what's going on during the dive. But generally we do not stream audio. Usually there's a lot of people in there. It's pretty chaotic. No one has a mic. So and we're trying to get the samples processed as much as possible. There's not really a way for us to see questions from the audience in a clear way. So we just have the video feed for people to observe us and then for us to work and get the samples done so the ship can start heading off to the next site.
But you can remember your questions for the next launch and then ask them the next day because the same scientists will be here. So
yeah, it's a great idea.
Totally. So I also thought Peyton went to sleep. You're right. He should be asleep now. What's the favorite food in American Samoa? Maybe Georgia
favorite
can.
food?
Yeah.
They love everything cooked with coconuts.
Yeah, me.
Yeah.
I had the best coconut ice cream I have ever had.
Yeah.
Me too.
At that little gas station.
Yeah, me too. I loved it.
Gosh.
So a lot of
Loved
things,
it.
yeah, cooked with coconut, cooked in coconut.
It was so good.
It's readily available. So,
I
however,
wonder if
they
they would
do.
let me take fresh coconut home.
Oh, yeah.
I wonder if they would take it from me at the customs.
Yeah,
Probably they would.
they would. Yeah, they would.
Darn it.
And the
That'd be-
market is right by my office, so I can go and have a fresh coconut
Ah,
whenever I want. It's
lucky
delicious.
you.
I've never
So
been a
great.
coconut milk fan, but I
You're
love
not?
fresh coconut.
Oh,
I love it.
love everything with coconut. Love it.
Yeah. So they do a version of the Hawaiian, the poke dish, the fish. They do that. It's called oka, Samoan oka, and it's cooked with coconut cream.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's not cooked. It's made with coconut cream. So,
I like coconut shrimp.
Mm-hmm.
but they also have a lot of breadfruit, taro, bananas, papaya.
Mm-hmm. There's one of our viewers that is asking if we can explain our experience with observing lightning underneath on the ocean's bottom. I don't have any
Lightning?
experience with that.
With
lightning.
lightning?
Uh-huh.
I've seen it when I've been scuba diving before.
Oh, you have?
Yeah.
How is it?
It's a little disconcerting.
Yeah, I was going to say scary.
Yeah, if I'm honest. But yeah, just a few times.
Do you get to see the
Just
actual...
you see the flash. You just see flash of light. Yeah.
Oh, now that you're... Yeah, I think
Yeah.
I've seen that while diving
Yeah.
also.
So, but I'm not sure. You know, I think we were only at 8 meters or something, so we could still
Mhm.
see that. But I don't think you'd see it that deep if you
Mhm.
carried on. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And Peyton, if you're still listening to us, there's a viewer that says that
Is
maybe
the
the peanut butter should be called non-Newtonian peanut product. Okay. Because someone asked this question and put Peyton Lee. So it was not you? That if peanut butter was not called peanut butter, what should we call it? Or maybe they are asking you? It was not you asking? Sorry. Oh, we can hear you guys laughing.
Wendy, I'm gone the other way now. Coming up a little bit faster.
So what would happen to a coconut if we brought it down on Herc?
What's that?
Probably implode.
I guess the pressure, I don't know.
What was the question?
So what would happen to a coconut if we brought it down on Herc?
It's got like airspace in it. It's got negative space in it.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I think it'd implode.
It'll implode.
Implode?
Yeah, or it'll
I don't think we'll try it.
somebody is handling their headset an awful lot. And it's
Oh my
not
god, you
muted.
guys should go to bed and have some rest.
Oh.
No.
This is good. A sense of humor, I think, is very important on a ship.
Absolutely, especially when you have the blue screen.
The blue
Ed.
screen.
Ed.
Shift, yeah. So, any interesting markers from any of the sonars on the Samoan Clipper? Well, we are very far away from that site. That was our previous expedition. Right now, we are exploring the National Marine Sanctuary of American Samoa, and we are close to Ofu and Olosinga, which is pretty distant from the place where the Samoan Clipper was seen for the last time.
That was quick.
Yeah, that was super quick. Little creature. So what's your favorite meal aboard the Nautilus? Well, this afternoon we had a great cake that I really loved.
That was a very popular cake.
It was really, really good.
That's the fastest I've seen one disappear on the
Yeah, I'm
3
wondering if,
p.m. snack time.
yeah, I wonder if there's anything left, because that was really good.
But the food's really good on the ship. There's lots of choice. You're definitely not going to starve.
Yeah. Different types of salads, different types of meat also. And a lot of vegetarian options too, which is pretty cool.
Oh, I forgot. Ed told me where the 4K is in there, and I can't remember now. There it is.
We have a joke.
It was on during lunch.
Okay, let's see.
Do you have to do anything other than this?
I'm gonna read it in a bit. Let's.
Wow. I don't know. Let's put it up in there with 4K. Oh, it moved again. Is this the thing you're fiddling?
Oh my god. Is a mermaid a mammal or a fish?
You can hear me now?
This one? That's
No,
bridge.
no, you press take off.
Thanks, Becca.
This one?
Yeah. Oh, look at that.
What was the joke?
The joke is, what sea creature is the easiest to irritate to tears? And the answer is a crinoid.
No.
I like that one, actually.
Yeah.
That's good.
How many tickles does it take to make an octopus laugh?
Oh.
Tell us how many tickles it takes.
10 tickles.
Oh.
That's good, too.
Oh, yeah. Look how,
Okay.
look at that.
So we did have someone from our audience that said tentacles.
Excellent.
And about the mermaid, if it's a mammal or a fish, I don't know. It would be weird to see a mermaid pregnant, but also it would be weird to see it laying eggs. So I don't know what to tell you. The most surprising things we have seen during our navigations. I guess the sperm whale playing with the ROVs would be very surprising. I don't know, what was the most surprising thing you guys have seen?
Sorry, I had my volume down because we were dealing with something. Can you repeat?
Okay. Now, what was the most surprising thing that you've seen during your expeditions?
Gulper eel.
Nice.
There was a very cool siphonophore we saw on the 4th of July. It's all clear and then had these bright orange sacs in it.
That's cool. So we have a viewer fascinated with lightning, and the question is, would sun rays become more distorted farther deeper into the ocean?
Miles, do you know the answer to this?
I mean, the light attenuates based on its wavelength and depth, so I don't really know what they're looking for.
Doesn't
it just
travel
sort
very
of slowly,
deep,
yeah,
like-
fades away.
I mean, it might
Great answer.
Yeah, it might refract like at the surface, but yeah, it's gonna just attenuate.
We have an interesting question from a viewer from Uruguay. Hi. Hola. So if a man who's born blind learns to distinguish between a sphere and a cube by touching them, and one day regains his sight, would he be able to tell which of the objects placed in front of him is a sphere and a cube by only looking at them? I don't think so.
Miles? Any?
Yes.
No, no. Of course not.
Why not?
Because the person never has seen those objects before.
But he would know sharp. He would know a corner if he saw it.
Oh, you're right. So then maybe yes.
I think yes.
Yes,
Well
Miles.
done,
Yes,
Miles.
Mary. Yes.
She's too easy. She's no fun to argue with. Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because we need your house at some point, Mary. So
Because I'm going to crash on your sofa. So
You
I
don't
can't
have to. I have a
argue.
guest room
Oh, perfect.
with a real bed in it.
Okay, cool. No, but that was a good thinking. I don't know. Yeah, it's easy. Square, pointy, rounded. Yeah. Great. We still have 20 minutes with you. So if you have some questions or
send them in.
interesting topics so we can talk about, we're here for you.
How about that cake? How about that cake today?
Yeah. So hello, Portland, Peter from Portland.
Hi, Peter.
Thank you also for following us. Okay, so we have a question from him. So first he's thanking us for all the work we do, because it's so important for our world. Thank you. And then he says, how would you feel if you could take the Nautilus on an undersea adventure on the oceans of Jupiter's moon Europa?
Ooh, that would be awesome.
Oh, oh my God, that would be amazing. Amazing. And we have not seen any Fukushima sea islands of trash floating past the Nautilus, or at least not in this couple expeditions. No. Is Uruguay the best country ever? Well, I could disagree a little bit. Just a little bit. But maybe I'm biased, so don't believe me. But I do love Uruguay. It's a very pretty country. And people there are amazing, and food is good. And the beaches are amazing. The coastline is pretty cool. And thank you so much for the good wishes about the next exploration. Yeah, we're all very excited about that one too. What is something that everyone looks silly doing? I guess chewing gum? I don't know, or maybe smoking? I know of a couple of organizations in Uruguay that work in marine or coastal issues. What is the name of this group that works with sea turtles? Let me remember. I'll tell you in a bit. Yeah, the name is Carumbe with a K. And they have been working on sea turtles research and conservation. I don't know if you're interested in specifically that, but maybe also plastic pollution. And so you can also like study and then go back to do stuff, because just because there are no many organizations doing something there doesn't mean that there's not a lot of work to do, right? You can be a pioneer on your country, which would be pretty amazing. So next expedition is funded by National Geographic Partners and National Geographic Society, and communications will be handled by them. So it's going to be a little different from the usual communication and interactions with the audience that we usually have. And some more details about that you'll find in our page, nautiluslive.org, on the next expedition. And also that will link you to the National Geographic links and information about that expedition.
Are we dropping a plate?
We have a plate. Oh, bye. Bye plate. That's an interesting question. Does anyone sail for enjoyment here? I do, not as often as I
think they all
would
do.
love.
I think everybody does. I
Yeah.
don't, but
Yeah.
just here. Yes.
Oh, I bet if you make a proposal, maybe kind of find some funds and work with that organization or others in the areas that you're more interested in. For sure, yeah. So, are they going to be
Yeah,
less
have
fun? I
somebody
don't know
look.
exactly what you referred to. Sailing for enjoyment? Or, I don't know. Yeah, we hope that doesn't happen.
How long till we get to the surface?
About 10, 15 minutes.
Okay, nice.
Perfect. So right after our shift, all our viewers would be able to see how we retrieve both Argus and Hercules on channel 1. Oh, I don't know. I am not exactly sure how the communications for our next expedition will be. I hope you guys have fun too. And we are preparing for both vehicles to come on board. So I'm sorry if we get super slow in answering your questions. So for something not alive that we find across or during expeditions, plastics, but I guess that is not very unexpected.
What was the question?
What is the most unexpected or surprising objects or something not alive that we have come across during expeditions?
I found a whale fall once, which is just like a whale skeleton.
A what?
A whale fall? It was a whale skeleton.
Oh, cool, cool.
Where was that?
Probably somewhere off the coast of California.
That's cool.
Nice.
There was one we dove on that they knew existed, and then one time we just found one.
Huh. Oh, and what other job would we be doing if we couldn't do this? That's an interesting question.
Certainly not decastling.
What if I'm doing what I want?
What other job? Maybe I'll be diving and doing sampling and transects and fish or invertebrates monitoring as I used to do before, or monitoring giant turtles in the Galapagos, or green turtles. That was a great job, actually. Do you ever get annoying? No, never. Especially at 4 a.m. No, we love your questions. We love to have you with us. It would be super different if we didn't have anyone to talk to and to interact with. Oh, my favorite seasickness medication.
Scopolamine.
Oh, yeah?
Everyone works for you, I would imagine.
Food in the belly.
I actually don't get seasick. I am very lucky, but I don't, so I have no idea. I've never got seasick in my life. Hmm? Oh. Yeah, I hope it stays like that though. Yeah, it seems like there are 3 types of people. Ones that never get seasick, ones that always get seasick no matter how many times they are at sea, and the ones that are in the middle. So Charles Darwin, for example, was one of those that will always get seasick no matter how many trips he did. Charles Darwin. Yeah. And I am happy to, maybe I belong to the group that never gets seasick.
We're at 150.
Roger.
Oh, we're very close.
Deck control, radio check.
Loud and clear on the main deck.
Copy that, passing 150.
I do that, 150.
So Becca, we have a question. Are you there?
Becca just stepped out.
Oh, okay. Um,
What is the question?
so I was just wondering, since she has a little more experience with the samples we take here, the question is, do we ever work with natural product isolation chemists or labs that recover deep sea organisms to see if they have any medicinally useful compounds within them? And not that I know of, but I wanted to double check with her.
Suna, Suna's here, so she might be able to answer that question.
Oh, I'm sorry, I wasn't listening to you.
Can you repeat it?
Can you
Valeria?
repeat the question?
Yeah, for sure. So, do we ever work with natural product isolation chemists or labs that
My
recover?
camera's up.
What was that? Do you hear me?
Yeah, I can.
Okay. So, do we ever work with natural product isolation chemists or labs that recover deep sea organisms to see if they have any medicinally useful compounds within them?
I don't know of any lab specifically, but all of our biological samples go to the Harvard Museum of Comparative Zoology, and we sent them there, and scientists are welcome to request them from the museum.
Oh, cool. That's good to know.
Yeah.
And this expedition is not over. Only this dive is over, but the expedition continues. We still have several days to explore the National Marine Sanctuary of American Samoa, so stay tuned. We have many surprises for you. So it's just the second dive, but it's over. And in a couple of minutes, we're going to be streaming the way we retrieve our vehicles from the water. Is it taboo to take a long shower? Well, it's not a taboo, but we all are very conscious about taking care of our resources, and being conscientious about that is part of the deal when you're on board. And I guess we all should be in the planet, right? Because we're running out of fresh water sources, and every time we have to dig deeper for groundwaters, and many of them are like fossil waters, so we should all be more careful in the ways we use our water. Your son loves turtles. Yes, I love turtles too. They're great.
We saw a really awesome turtle come chase us around 500 meters in the Gulf of California.
All right, 50 meters.
Yay. good night for the people that are going to bed now. If you wait for a couple of more minutes, you'll see how we retrieve the ROVs. Actually, we're very, very close now. Yes. See you. If you guys go to channel 2, you'll see how Argus is coming on board now. And all the people that is needed for this maneuver. And we do not put any bait on the ROVs to attract fish. Our idea is mainly to try to visit and explore those ecosystems as they are, not to attract anything else. Yes, that was Argus out of the water. Now they're securing it. You can see how many hands we need to do that. That's part of our crew.
They're recording you on shore. Just in case we see something. Click and hold on the stop button.
Do what?
Click and hold the button down.
This one?
Yeah. Stopped.
It's stopped?
Yeah, it says ready.
Okay. Do I have to do it on Cine 1 too?
No, we're still recording until it's turned off.
I mean, isn't it recording on
second channel